In today's video, we're going to dive into the topic of DST, which stands for Delaware Statutory Trust. DSTs are an important tool for real estate investors to know about, whether for converting to passive investing or as a fallback approach to meet your exchange deadline. In today's video, I'm going to break down the pros and cons of DSTs. So before I get into it, I do want to say that for your specific personal scenario, please consult with your CPA or attorney. I'm not a licensed accountant or nor an attorney, so I'm not here to provide legal or financial advice. First of all, what is a Delaware Statutory Trust? A DST is a legal entity that allows multiple investors to hold fractional ownership in a trust that owns a larger real estate assets, such as a strip mall, such as a logistics center, such as a large apartment complex. We're talking about 100, 200, 300 unit apartment complex. It is a way for individual investors to participate in those large real estate assets. Particularly popular for those who are looking to defer their capital gain tax through a 1031 exchange, especially in a situation where you have leftover funds in the exchange. For example, if you sell a property for $1.5 million, you could only identify an asset at $1.3 million. You have that leftover fund of $200,000. That's too small of an amount to buy another real estate. So moving that money to a DST sometimes would be a great strategy to still allow you to defer capital gain tax while participating in real estate activity. So let's talk about the advantage of investing in DSTs. You will have access to high quality real estate. DSTs allows investors to access premium institutional grade properties such as large 200 plus unit apartment complex, shopping center, logistics center, strip malls that might otherwise be out of reach for individual investors. So number two advantage of a DST is that it's a fairly passive form of investment. Unlike a duplex that you might own and actively manage and address tenant complaint or have to place tenants, DSTs allows you to be completely hands-free because that trust is usually managed by a sponsor or professional management group. So let's talk about the number three benefit. DST offers you tax benefits. DST are eligible for 1031 exchanges, offering significant tax deferred benefit by reinvesting the proceeds from your property sale. The last benefit of DST is diversification. DST provides an opportunity to spread the risk across multiple asset classes. You may want to own a DST that's managed by other group in addition to other assets you have. So it allows you a greater diversification. Now, let's talk about the cons of DSTs, some of the disadvantages. The number one disadvantage is the lack of control. Investors have no say in the management decision, which might suit those who prefer to be hands-off, but you will not be able to actively participate or actively have any voice in how the investment is directed, how it's spent. You are taking a very passive role, hence you will not have a lot of control. Number two is liquidity. DST investments are typically held for 5 to 10 years and there's no active secondary market for selling the shares. So if you have this money that you want to liquidate or you want to take out and keep liquid, it's probably not a good investment vehicle. You might want to just pay that capital gain tax in exchange for liquidity. Number three is there is usually a fee involved and that fee is not low. Participating in a DST may involve a higher upfront cost and ongoing fee compared to direct property ownership. The number four disadvantage is that there is an accredited investor requirement. DSTs are generally only available to accredited investors, which means that your assets, excluding your primary home, has to be over $1 million for you to become an accredited investor. So there is a minimum requirement to be a DST investor. So now you know the pros and cons of DSTs. If you're interested in diving deeper into other tax saving strategies through real estate, then sign up for my upcoming 1031 exchange webinar, which I hold every month over Zoom. I'm going to talk about how to double your rental income and monthly cash flow through 1031 exchange. The link is below. Sign up there and I'll see you in my upcoming webinars.